Good morning, welcome to the University of Minho and to the School of Engineering. It is a great honor to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the ARQUS Joint Master's Program in International Cybersecurity and Cyberintelligence, a joint initiative developed within the ARQUS European University Alliance. Thank you all for being with us on this special moment. To officially open this ceremony, please welcome Professor Joana Cunha, Vice President of the School of Engineering at the University of Minho, to take the initial speech.
Good morning, distinguished guests. Professor Cristina Dias, Vice Rector of Education Affairs for the University of Minho, Professor Gabriel Macia Fernandes, Vice Rector for Digital Transformation at the University of Granada, Professor Henrique Santos, and Professor Rui João José, Director of the Department of Informatics and Systems. Esteemed colleagues, dear graduates, family and friends, it is with a great privilege and a genuine pleasure to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony as President of the Pedagogical Council of the School of Engineering. I am indeed honored to celebrate this important milestone with you. Today is, above all, a celebration of achievement. As graduated, you have completed a demanding academic journey that has required not only, and I am sure, technical excellence, but also resilience, curiosity, collaboration, and the ability to work across cultures and institutions. These are qualities that define not only outstanding professionals, but also the leaders of the future that our increasingly interconnected world needs. The ARQUS Alliance represents a shared European vision for higher education, one founded in academic excellence, international cooperation, and free exchange of knowledge. And this master program embodies those values in a remarkable way, bringing together students and academics from different countries to address one of the most critical challenges of our times: securing the digital world upon which our societies increasingly depend. Cybersecurity and cyberintelligence, I believe, are no longer merely technical disciplines. They are fundamental to protect our economies, our democratic institutions, our critical infrastructures, and the trust that allows digital frontiers to flourish. Now, as you leave this program, you carry not only advanced knowledge on specialized skills, but also an important responsibility. The decisions you make, the systems you design, and the solutions you develop will contribute directly to a safer and more resilient digital future. At least that's my hope. This accomplishment has been made possible through the dedication of many people, and therefore I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all the members of the academic and professional staff who contributed to this program for universities involved: University of Padua, our University of Minho, Vilnius University, and University of Granada. In particular, I would like to acknowledge Professor Henrique Santos, whose commitment and leadership in the University of Minho have been instrumental in the organization of the graduation program in the graduation week's activities. And I will also would like to acknowledge Professor Gabriel Macia Fernandes, whose presence today honors this ceremony and reflects the strong partnerships that exist within the ARQUS Alliance. To the family and friends present today, thank you for your encouragement, your patience, and your support to our students. Your contribution has been essential in the part to support this journey. And to our graduates, Today marks not only the end of this path in your education, but the beginning of a new chapter. The field you are entering evolves every day, and it's challenging. So you need to continue learning. What we know is that learning is endless. So this is the biggest challenge. Continue questioning, continue collaborating across disciplines and across borders. The challenge ahead will be complex, I'm sure, but so too are the opportunities to make a meaningful difference. On behalf of the School of Engineering, I congratulate each and every one of you on your achievement. We are proud that you are now part of our academic community legacy, and we look forward to seeing you and seeing your impact in the future, wherever your careers will take you. I wish you the best, very success, both professionally and personally. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you so much, Professor Joana Cunha. And this ceremony will continue with an open lecture presented by Professor Henrique Santos entitled Cybersecurity and Cyberintelligence, Educating for an Uncertain Digital Future.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My Vice Rector, Professor Cristina, my Vice President of the School of Engineering, Professor Joana Cunha, Vice Rector of the University of Granada, Gabriel, my Director of the Department, Rui João, distinguished colleagues, honored guests, dear families and special graduates. First of all, congratulations. I'm reinforcing the wishes of my president of the school, or my president of the school. Today is a culmination of years of dedication, perseverance, and personal growth. While the diploma formally recognizes your academic achievement, it also marks the beginning of a much longer journey, as my previous Professor Joana said. When I was invited to speak, I wondered what message would be most appropriate for such a diverse audience. I could have spoken about cyber attacks, artificial intelligence, or the latest technology trends, but today I would rather reflect on something broader. Cybersecurity and cyberintelligence provide an excellent lens through which to discuss a much deeper question. What should universities really prepare graduates for? And that question will accompany us throughout this presentation. Let's begin with the two main cybersecurity goals and three paradoxes that define it. Peter Drucker once observed that the greatest danger in times of turbulence, which we live now, is not the turbulence, is to act with yesterday's logic. Few disciplines illustrate this better than cybersecurity. Every day, technologies evolve, attackers evolve, and societies become more dependent on digital systems. Yesterday's solutions rarely solve tomorrow's problems. Yet, cybersecurity is often misunderstood. Many people associate with computers, passwords, or ARQUS. I would argue that cybersecurity is something much more fundamental. It is about protecting the trust that allows modern society to work, to function. If we lose that trust, technology rapidly loses its value. Interestingly, that role, cybersecurity as a guardian of trust, is full of paradoxes. But before jumping into the paradoxes, I would like to call your attention to this statement by Bruce Schneier. He said security is a process, not a product. and I completely agree with him. This simple and very generic sentence, like many other definitions of cybersecurity, explains much of what makes cybersecurity unique. Easy to define, extremely difficult to implement successfully. But let's jump into the first paradox. And the first one is the best cybersecurity professionals, which I hope you reach, are usually invisible. No one sees their work. For instance, medical, when you are ill, you look for a doctor. You meet them when you need. Firefights appear when there is a fire. But if cybersecurity professionals do their work perfectly, nothing happens because they are doing the job. No headlines, no crisis. Their greatest success is often invisible. The second paradox is everyone assumes cybersecurity has a right. We all have the right to have our systems secure. We expect online banking to work. We expect hospitals to protect our data. We expect governments to safeguard digital services. Yet security budgets are frequently questioned because success is measured by the absence of incidents. We readily pay for faster technology. We hesitate a lot to pay for safer technology. And the last paradox, we often say cybersecurity protects computers. But computers are only a medium. What cybersecurity truly protects is trust. Without trust, online commerce, healthcare, public administration, education, and increasingly our democracies simply cannot function. This paradox naturally leads to a broader question. If cybersecurity is really about protecting trust, what should universities prepare graduates for? To answer that, we first need to understand the role of the trust itself. Ralph Waldo Emerson once wrote, "Civilization is built on a number of successful acts of confidence." I believe this sentence has never been more relevant than today. Modern society functions because we trust systems that we cannot personally verify. Every day we trust hospitals with our medical records, we trust banks, transport systems, governments, universities, and so on. Most of these acts of trust happen silently. We rarely think about them because, fortunately, they usually work. In many ways, cybersecurity exists to preserve this invisible fabric of trust. Without it, digital transformation quickly becomes digital hesitation. And once trust is lost, it is remarkably difficult to rebuild. So perhaps cybersecurity is less about technology than it is about enable confidence in technology. But this raises another question. If trust is the foundation, what exactly are cybersecurity professionals protecting? This may be the simplest slide in this presentation, yet I believe it contains its most important message. We often say that cybersecurity protects computer networks and so on, or cloud infrastructures, but those are only means. The real objective is much more human. Cybersecurity protects people. The digital technology is never the final objective. The human being is. Technology has no intrinsic value. Its value comes entirely from the people it serves. Once we understand this, cybersecurity stops being merely an engineering discipline. It becomes a social responsibility. And if that is true, then our original question becomes even more important. What should universities really prepare cybersecurity graduates for? If cybersecurity teaches us anything, is that change is constant. Every year we see new attack techniques, new technologies, new regulations, and now the extraordinary impact of artificial intelligence. In such a fast-moving discipline, we should reflect deeper into the learning process. John Henry Newman, one of the great thinkers on higher education, wrote that a university training is the great ordinary means to a great but ordinary end. It aims at raising the intellectual tone of society. Notice that it does not say that university exists simply to produce employees. It does not say that it exists only to satisfy the labor market. It speaks about elevating society itself. Concerning the how-to, today we often hear two words used almost interchangeably, education and training. But they are not the same. Training prepares us to use today's technologies. Education prepares us to understand tomorrow's challenge. Training teaches procedures. Education develops judgment. Training helps us solve problems we already know. Education prepares us for problems that we do not yet know that exist. That distinction is becoming increasingly important in cybersecurity. The tools you learn during your masters will evolve. Some may even disappear. But if you understand networks, operating systems, cryptography, risk, and so on, and above all, how to keep learning, then you will adapt. Technology changes, understanding remains. Understanding the difference between training and education helps to understand better different groups' expectations concerning the university itself. And this table summarizes 4 different perspectives. Our students, you naturally expect employment, personal growth, and the opportunity to build meaningful careers. Companies expect graduates who can contribute from their very first day. They need practical skills, productivity, and the ability to solve real problems. Universities, however, have a broader mission. We certainly teach knowledge and conduct research, but we also cultivate critical thinking, curiosity, and responsible citizenship. Society expects something broader still. It expects trustworthy professionals, people who will design security systems, protect privacy, build innovation responsibility, make decisions that affect millions of people. None of these expectations is wrong. In fact, each is entirely legitimate from my point of view. The real challenge is that they are not always aligned. Universities constantly navigate through these tensions. We cannot simply become vocational training centers, nor can we ignore the realities of industry. Our responsibility is to find the balance between them. And because if we prepare graduates only for today's technology, we risk failing with you tomorrow. And that naturally raises another question. If technologies change so quickly, as I referred, what kind of professionals will the future actually need? And this is for you, of course. People often ask me, is cybersecurity a good career? I will not give you a direct answer. But anyway, my answer is always the same. That is the wrong question. The better question would be, what kind of professional will remain valuable 20 years from now in this discipline? Artificial intelligence is transforming our professional. Automation is changing how security operations are performed. Regulations continue to evolve. Threat actors innovate continuously. Many routine technical tasks will eventually become automated. But judgment, as I referred before, remains remarkably difficult to automate. I never saw a process of automating this capacity. The future professional will certainly need strong technical competence, But technical competence alone will no longer be enough. Increasingly, success will depend on skills like communication, collaboration, ethics, risk assessment, and leadership. And perhaps above all, the ability to make sound decisions under uncertainty. That is precisely where cyberintelligence becomes so important. Intelligence is not simply collecting more information. Intelligence is transforming uncertainty into better decisions. Which brings me to what I believe is the single most valuable skill and cybersecurity graduate can develop. You have probably heard Alvin Toffler is a well-known thinker about these questions. He said, the illiterates of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn and learn and relearn. Whether those exact words are saying in this way or not is not my main concern, is less important than the idea he expressed. I believe they perfectly describe cybersecurity. Throughout your careers, you will learn technologies that will become obsolete in short time. We will master tools that will eventually disappear. You will encounter problems that none of us can predict today. Your greatest competitive advantage will never be knowing everything. It will be remaining intellectually curious, remaining humble, remaining willing to learn again. In many ways, your master's degree is not evidence that your education is complete. It is evidence that you now possesses the foundations to continue learning throughout your lives. Perhaps this is the greatest gift a university can offer you. So far, we have spoken about technology, trust, education, learning, but I believe that ultimately, none of this is the true measure of a graduate. The true measure is something much deeper. But first, let's look at the challenge of preparing such graduates. And with this, a fourth paradox comes. And the fourth paradox is this one. At the beginning of the talk, if you remember, I introduced three paradoxes. The best cybersecurity professionals are often invisible. The value of cybersecurity is often recognized only when it fails. And cybersecurity ultimately protects trust rather than technology. I would like to leave you with one final paradox. The best universities are also, in some sense, and in this context, invisible. And not because they will disappear, I hope not, but because their greatest contribution is often recognized many years after graduation. It is easy to measure grades. It's easy to award diplomas like we are doing this today. It is much harder to measure curiosity, integrity, service, and all these values that we have been talking about. Critical thinking, for instance, is very difficult as far as I can honestly say you to evaluate. Those qualities reveal themselves only over time. And that's why also a reason for the universities keeping alumni, because really, in this field at least, they are absolutely necessary to measure the efficiency of all the education system. So what should universities really prepare cybersecurity graduates for? Perhaps now we can answer it. Universities should prepare graduates not simply to solve today's problems, but to exercise sound judgment in solving tomorrow unknown problems. Which brings me to a simple question: what does a master's degree really represent in this context? People often think, and we have been talking about that in the last days, of a master's degree as an accumulation of knowledge. But I believe something much more important is happening during your studies during these 2 years. When students complete a bachelor's degree, many understandably feel they have many of the answers to the world. A master's degree often has the opposite effect, and I hope you feel like this way. It teaches us that good questions are often more valuable than quick answers. It teaches us that uncertainty is not a weakness of science. I think it's the most important thing of science. It is a starting point of a science. So perhaps a master's degree gives us something more valuable than confidence. It gives us perspective over the field. And perspective is essential in cybersecurity, in research, in leadership, and in life. If I have to summarize that transformation, I only use 2 words, knowledge and character. Character, however, is not a single quality. It is built from many virtues. Let me mention just 3 of them: integrity, humility, and service. Let me finish where we began. Technology will continue to evolve. Threats will continue to evolve, that's for sure. Artificial intelligence will continue to evolve. That is inevitable. But one thing should remain constant: the need for people who combine knowledge with integrity, intelligence with humility, and technical excellence with genuine commitment to service the society. The true purpose of cybersecurity is not to protect computers. It is to preserve the trust that allows people, organizations, and societies to flourish. The true purpose of a university is to prepare people worthy that trust. That is what I believe universities should strive and cultivate. And that is what I hope each of you continue to become in the next years. So, and especially for you, our graduates at this moment, congratulations on everything you have achieved. May your careers be successful. May your curiosity never fade. May your judgment remain wise. And may the trust that others place in you always be your greatest professional achievement. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Thank you, Professor Henrique. And now it's time to our students share some reflections on the program and on the experience and opportunities that this journey has provided. Please welcome to Shashank Mishra, Juan Gomes, and Rafael Tobol.
Already? Let me see if I can go over this video. Oh yeah.
I guess we're having some technical difficulties.
Not the difficulty. A challenge. You provoke it.
We need perspective.
No, yes, we need perspective. And the perspective we have been preparing this a few minutes ago.
We need trustworthy people and trustworthy people.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay.
Should I put it right now?
Yeah.
No, I think I'll start first. What's the first video?
No, there's only one video.
Do you just want to play it in the background?
Yeah, to give people.
Okay. Hopefully, there's no other. All right.
It's okay.
Should I begin?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so while the pictures are playing, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll begin. Honored faculty, dedicated administration, proud families, gracious friends, and above all, my fellow graduates. We did it. Today is not just a celebration of completing a master's degree. It is a victory lap. When we first enrolled in this ambitious program, born from the grand vision of the ARQUS Alliance, we didn't just sign up to be students. We signed up to be trailblazers. The administration worked incredibly hard to design this program and bring this master's program to life. But it was up to us to walk that path. And let's be honest, paving the road is always hard. As the first cohort, we have faced a unique set of challenges, navigating uncertainty, adapting to new cultures, moving our entire lives every 6 months. And there's also the daunting question, what does the next semester look like? But through hard work, sheer grit, a stubborn persistence, we prevailed. We took the blueprint of this program, and together with the faculty, with the administration, we brought it to fruition. Over the last 2 years, we didn't just study cybersecurity. We lived through an experience which knows no borders. We started in the historic University of Padova, carried the momentum into Vilnius University, lived in one of the biggest student cities in Granada, and finally we find ourselves here, the culmination of our journey in Guimarães. Every new city was like a reset button, a new language, a new culture, a new academic environment. It might sound exhausting, but trust me, it was nothing short of amazing. But of course, we did not cross this finish line alone. To our families and friends sitting in the audience or watching from afar, thank you so much. Without your help, support, dedication, we couldn't have made it through the tough times. We needed your energy to recuperate. So thank you for being there for us when we needed you most. Your unwavering support has gotten us through some truly difficult times. My fellow colleagues, my friends, you have been my greatest anchor, I must say. We became a family of necessity, sharing meals, sharing notes, and sharing the heavy lifting when the times got tough. I have to say though, we had to chart our course through some really uncertain waters, but honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better crew. Now, we stand ready to enter the fields of cybersecurity and cyberintelligence. Think about the skills we've learned outside of the classroom. In our industry, the greatest asset isn't just technical knowledge. It is the ability to navigate uncertainty, to adapt rapidly to changing environments, and to serve a path forward when the rules are constantly shifting. I hope to us this sounds really familiar. This is exactly what we've been learning. The trials of being the first cohort have forged us into exactly the kind of resilient, adaptable professionals in the digital world. This is what the world needs. And I think, honestly, the future is incredibly bright. We often talk about the past 2 years as a journey. Today, that specific journey is coming to an end. But an ending is just a setup for a new beginning. We are stepping out into a broader world filled with endless possibilities, armed with a global perspective and a network that spans Europe and beyond. So, I leave you, my colleagues, with just one message. You have proven that you can walk into the unknown and build something lasting. So, stay curious, stay vigilant, please stay together. With that, I'll hand it off to my colleagues Juanma and Raf to take over and share in detail some of our memories from the different semesters. Please give them a round of applause.
Okay. Thank you, Shanks. That's going to be really hard to follow, so we'll try.
Yeah, our thing is not so professional, but I mean, who's gonna take this dude seriously with these photos popping on the back? Come on, just look. Our dude crazy. So, Shanks was speaking of a victory, right? But every victory comes at a cost. What a cost. What a generational cost, I will say, right, Rafi? Remember, when these 2 years started, that time, I think it was like a study meetup that we did just after meeting with the professors. It was, what was this place called?
I mean, I think it was a late night study session.
Yeah. We were up until late, and these Italians called the coffee, how did they call it? Was it birra, no?
I think something like that.
Yeah. They had like a really weird coffee, but hey, that made us become better students, I guess. Yeah, these Italians. I also remember that joint presentation session that we had in Colombo, right? We were making some snacks, like some chips.
Yeah, we were making some chips to study hard.
And full-on barbecue.
Yeah.
I don't know, memories of that night are a bit blurry. I just remember a bucket of Tinto de Verano and someone rolling on the floor. I don't know, I don't remember too much about that. Uepa. Yeah, after all these months of hard work, they were tiring, right?
Super tiring.
We went
Up
to
all night.
Lithuania, what a country. Country of sun, heat,
Yes.
right?
Cold climate, warm people.
Man, I regret not taking a Eskimo jacket. That was crazy. Yeah, we had to cover ourselves from the cold of the night. Something called a library. I don't know, it was my first time hearing that word.
Yeah, I'd never been to one before, so it was very educational.
I remember spending long nights there. You could study, grab a coffee, study. Some people even could sleep there.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Some people.
Yeah, and do you remember the coffee machine? The coffee machine was spitting out the Wi-Fi password that I'm trying to type on the phone, like something. I don't know, Lithuanian people, tell me how do I type that Lithuanian password? And then there's a word in Lithuania called šnekutis, which means chatterbox, right?
Yeah.
It was also the bar we were all the time.
It also means our favorite bar.
But yeah, we were definitely chatterboxes when we joined, so that was nice. And finally, we went to Granada, my beloved city I'm from, city of the Alhambra, country of the sun, tapas, toros, paella, ole ole, España. It was amazing. What a place. For some people, that semester's main objective was just to get tanned, but they ended up getting a bit red like a tomato. So we ended up deciding going out at night.
Yeah, paradise in the desert.
Yes. And what was this exercise that we did to get our accuracy better for the attack and defense in cybersecurity? You had to do like this, right?
I think we were playing darts, actually.
Come on, you told me it was an exercise for practicing. Come on. And also, after those exercises, next day we go to class with Antonio.
Yeah, a great professor who told us about the best place to get jamón asado in Granada.
Then he was lamenting not to come with us, and Antonio, we must say the jamón asado was awesome. So thank you for that. But yeah, as Sasan said, it is a very well-deserved victory for people that suffered a lot throughout this course, as you can see. So thank you very much for your attention. This was our victory.
Yeah.
Try. What is going to close somehow? Still
No, it's okay, we're done.
Ah, okay.
We're done for you.
Should we walk on soon?
Yeah, let's close it up.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you for your time.
As students, they always miss everything, so excuse me, but I need to put it to work again. Here we go. That's it.
Thank you, dear students, and thank you, Professor Henrique. And now, please welcome Professor Gabriel Macia Fernandes, Vice Rector for Digital Transformation at the University of Granada and one of the academic coordinators of this master's program.
Distinguished Vice Rector for Education and Academic Organization, Professor Cristina Diaz. Dear Vice President of the School of Engineering, Joana Cuna. Director of the Department of Information Systems, Rui José. Dear faculties of this master program, dear students, dear parents, dear families and friends, dear everyone here today, and those joining us online. Today is a very important day. This is not just a graduation ceremony. It is not just a day of celebration. It is not only a day where we gather with our families, faculties, and classmates. It is a momentous day, one that transcends these facts, which, while true, do not fully capture the whole significance of this event. The origin of what we are celebrating today dates back to 2021. As always, everything important in life begins with an idea, ARQUS. The idea of a European University Alliance within which a dream was envisioned to design a joint master degree in cybersecurity. While it is true that the most important things in life begin with a dream, it is also true that only those dreams that find willing hands, brilliant minds, a touch of leadership, and above all, a deep passion for hard work are the ones that finally become a reality. And that is exactly what happened during those early days of May 2022. A group of professors and admin staff gathered at the Braga campus of the University of Minho, here, very close, for 3 full days to design how we could bring this dream to life. It was not just a technical design of the curriculum, courses, content, mobility, or graduation week. The essential part was laying down the foundation for this human team. Today, I can proudly say that this group of so many professors and admin staff feels like a true team. And believe me, this is the real key to success in almost everything, having this true team. If you look at the history, every period of peace begins with an armistice. Every nation arises from a constitution. It is the encounter, the relationship, what generates real meaning. The Braga meeting in 2022 was the initial seed of this beautiful project. And I am really glad to celebrate today this nice milestone here in Guimarães, very close to that place. From that seat, numerous significant moments emerged, 4 of which I would like to highlight here today. The first one was being awarded the European project Cyber Actioning. This project was undoubtedly the recognition and support to our dream of this joint master program. It also brought us a wonderful gift, the incorporation to our team of Maria Bazuelo. Believe me, she has been a fundamental pillar in making this dream come true. From here, I want to thank you, Maria, for all your effort and your generous, precise, careful, and deeply human work. Thank you very much, Maria. The second significant moment was the accreditation of the program. January 2024. It's better not to put the slides, right? Let's go here. I remember the said warm welcome at minus 26 Celsius degrees in Vilnius, and the difficulty of the review sessions there. The excellent work carried out by the full team with a special emphasis on the efforts of Vilnius University led us to succeed in this endeavor. Thank you very much, Linas, Agne, Lina, Andrius, and all the Vilnius team. Thank you. No less important was the parallel accreditation process carried out in Italy. Our team at the University of Padua demonstrated outstanding performance, as always. Thank you very much for you too, Nicola, Davide, Eleonora, Mauro, Cinzia, Alessandra, Blerina, Chiara, and all the team. Thank you very much. I beg an applause for them as well. The third significant moment was the arrival of this very first cohort graduating today. I want to recall September 2024, when we held the welcome reception at the University of Padua. It was an emotional moment for the whole team. That was the day we met some of you for the very first time. We saw a mix of excitement and fear on your faces, the uncertainty of what classes would be like, how you could live in a city like Padua, who you could share these 2 years with, or who would become your friend. I remember with a special fondness seeing some of you organizing yourselves to buy tools to fix up the second-hand bicycles you had found to commute from the residence to the campus. I imagine these were the bicycles that were stolen and broken afterwards. That day, I was sure this group is going to really enjoy being together. The reception we held in Granada 1 year after confirmed me that feeling. This time, I didn't find a group of students. I found a family. In families, there is excitement in meeting and celebrating. There are also bickers and disagreements, of course, it is true. But above all, there is a lot of affection and a sense of sharing a journey. We feel proud to have helped you build this family, of course. And finally, the fourth significant moment is this moment, the one we are celebrating today. This graduation week is a very special time in the master program. It is the moment to celebrate all the hard work, to reap the fruits of these 2 years, and to look back in order to project ourselves into the future. This week has been made possible thanks to the enormous contribution of the team at the University of Minho. Thank you very much for everything, Enrique, Victor, Vanessa, Elsa, and everyone involved from this School of Engineering at the University of Minho. I beg an applause for all of them. Along with them, I also want to thank everyone who has been involved in this project. To the team at my beloved university, University of Granada, to whom I owe so much. Thank you, Pedro, Antonio, Alberto, Pablo, José Manuel, Javier. Thank you, everyone. A special thank you to all the ARQUS staff, their local teams, and the coordination team as well. Without their unwavering support, none of this would have been possible. And lastly, also thank you to the companies that have supported us along the way: Imdia, Constella, Ampet, Digital Sign, Quascom, and Aerotux. Thank you very much. An applause for them as well. And now the moment is yours, students of this first cohort. The first thing I want to do on behalf of the entire faculty and the admin staff is to give you a capital letter thank you. There is nothing more important for a professor than having the opportunity to teach. And that opportunity is what you give us in the day-to-day of our classes. So this is the reason of our big thank you. You will always be our first cohort, and therefore you will always be special to us. Osteya, Chris, Christopher, Gabriel, Giovanni, Guillermo, Gustavo, Joao, Juanma, Marta, Nicolò, Osge, Rafael, Shanks, Shuban, Tautuidas, Ognius, big thank you. Congratulations on achieving your purpose. You said, we did it. You have the reason, Shanks. Congratulations for overcoming the uncertainties, the moves, and the troubles, for adapting to new classmates, new professors, new ways of teaching, for enduring the cold and the heat, for celebrating moments together, and for supporting one another. And also, as a minor detail, for having learned one thing or two things about cybersecurity. The diplomas we are about to award you attest to the knowledge you have acquired. The sachets we are about to bestow upon you represent all this effort. The ARQUS mention that you will receive accredit you as part of this family. Have you realized that you are a group of exactly 16 members? In cybersecurity, we are obsessed with systems, bytes, and encryption. And 16, as you will know, is the magic number of the hexadecimal system. So, scientifically speaking, you are not just a group of students. You are a perfect, round, and fully optimized hexadecimal packet of talent. In any case, I warn you, be careful, because as I have taught you in our ethical hacking classes, just make sure you never code yourself as a malware. I think I will officially name you the X cohort with H. And I would also like to share brief words about your parents. Qualche parola sui tuoi genitori. Que letas sochu apietavo tebus. Algunas palabras sobre vuestros padres. Algunas palabras sobre os teus pais. Some of them are here with us in person today. Some of them are watching us online. Some of them are in other places, but their heart are with us. Thanks to, they are the ones always in the backstage, always providing support. Thanks to their effort, you have been able to fulfill your dream. They are the ones who will always be moved by your successes and who will suffer through your failures. They will always be there, so care of them. They need it. They deserve it. Today, they are a very important part of this celebration. So at this moment, I beg you, students, to stand up, look at them, and give an applause. So it's time for that. And to finish, we wish you a professional future where you achieve your goals, your objectives, and your dreams. After 2 years of training and education, Professor Enrique, it is now your turn to walk your own path. On that path, remember the Maasai proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And remember, above all, that everything important in life always begins with a dream. So, dare to dream and dare to change the world. We, with this master, one day dare to dream of a better world. One where we could bring young people from different parts of the world to live together and learn cybersecurity for 2 years. Living in different cultures, learning that life is diversity, excitement, hardship, companionship, effort, despair, and also triumph and success, all combined. Our dream was to build a place in which to learn these values while breaking down borders. And we ended up making this master's degree a reality. Colleagues, we can feel proud of the work done. Students, you can also feel proud to belong to this dream in such a special way. Now, it is your turn to dream, to discover, to build with your own hands, to create teams and relationships, to be generous, and lastly, to make a better world. Thank you very much.
And now we will now proceed to the awarding of diplomas to our students. And I'm so sorry, but welcome again, Professor Gabriel. I'm so sorry. And please welcome Professor Joana and Professor Cristina Dias, Vice Rector for Education and Academic Organization at the University of Minho. Please. And now, our students. Alsteia Bauraite. Congratulations. And now Christopher Nyandoro. Christopher. Please, Christopher. Yeah, thank you. The next is Gabriel Pereira. Gabriel, vou pedir-te que não te vires de costas. Isso. Perfeito, obrigada. And now Giovanni Menon.
Excuse me, put you on the side, otherwise you won't get on the photos.
Congratulations, and the next is Guilherme Oliveira. Very well. Gustavo Lima. Congratulations, João Silva. The next is Juan Gomes. I'm so sorry, I don't understand you.
Juan Manuel.
Juan Manuel.
Well, it's Juan, but M is for Manuel. Santos, something Gomez. But one is okay.
I'm so sorry, Juan Manuel. It's all right. And now, Marta Martinez. The next, Niccolo Pellegrinelli. Congratulations, and now Ozge Erbey. Rafael Tobol. The next student is Shashank Mishra. Congratulations, and now Shubham Neji. Tal de vidas, já que é vícios. And finally, Ugnios Petrila. Congratulations.
Happy birthday. Ah, we can.
Começa? Ugnios, is your birthday? Yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And all together now. One photo. A picture, yeah. No final. In the end. Now, only the students. Yeah. I wish you all the best. Thank you. And it is now the moment for Professor Cristina Dias, Vice Rector for Education and Academic Organization, to address the audience. Please.
Good morning, all. Distinguished Vice Rector of the University of Granada, Professor Gabriel Maciá Fernandes, dear representatives of the Universities of Granada, Padua, and Vilnius, dear Vice President of the School of the Engineering, Professor Joana Cunha, distinguished coordinators and faculty members of this program, dear Professor Henrique Santos, esteemed colleagues, esteemed families and friends who join us here today, and above all, dear graduates, the first graduates of the Joint Master's Program. A very warm welcome to the University of Minho. It is with particular emotion that I address you here today. Some ceremonies are beautiful because of their tradition. This one is beautiful because it is the first one. And first times, as we all know, are the ones that make history. University of Minho hosted the graduation week of a program that is itself just beginning. A program that brings together 4 European universities with distinct cultures, language, traditions: Granada, Minho, Padua, and Vilnius, around a shared conviction that great challenges of our time cannot be solved with borders. And few challenges illustrate this as clearly as cybersecurity and cyberintelligence. We live in a world in which a line of code written on one continent can paralyze an hospital on another, in which disinformation travels faster than the truth, in which the sovereignty of states, the privacy of individuals, and the integrity of democracies are increasingly at stake in spaces that cannot be seen. Training professionals capable of understanding and anticipating and responding to this reality is not just an academic priority. It is a civilizational one. That is why this joint master's program was created. And that is why its conclusion today is a source of such pride. Allow me to address our graduates directly. I want to begin by offering you a word of recognition. You took a demanding path, You studied at several universities in a language other than your own, with different assessment systems across different time zones and different climates. You did so with dedication and with results that, throughout this week, were made visible in the presentation of your final projects. Congratulations. I must, however, draw your attention to the great responsibility that comes with this achievement. The diploma you received today is not merely a technical certification. It is a credential of trust, as Professor Henrique Santos has already said. You will be called upon to protect critical infrastructures, to advise decision makers, to investigate threats, to design policies. You will often be called upon to make choices where technique and ethics intercept, and where the right answer is written in no manual. Always remember, in cybersecurity, as in almost everything that matters, what is being protected is not systems, it is people. Let me also leave you with a word about what lies ahead, about your future. From now on, you are alumni of 4 universities at the same time. You are academic children of Granada, Padua, Vilnius, and Minho. You carried a network that stretches across Europe. Colleagues, professors, friends, and that network is most likely one of the most valuable assets you take from here. Take care of it. Come back. Tell us where life takes you. Allow me also a word of recognition of our partner universities. Building a joint program of this nature with the regulatory, academic, and logistical complexity it involves is only possible through deep mutual trust and a great deal of work behind the scene. To the University of Granada, the University of Padua, and the University of Vilnius, our heartfelt thanks. May this be the first of many chapters written together in the spirit of the ARQUS Alliance and of the Europe of knowledge that we are helping to build. To the faculty, the coordinators, and the academic services of these 4 universities, I want you to know that without your commitment, this program and this week would simply not have happened. So thank you. Last, but certainly not least, a warm greeting to the families we are here with us today. We know that behind every graduate, there is a story of support, of longing, and of shared sacrifice. This day belongs to you as well. I will end as I began. Today, we welcome a new generation of professionals who will help protect the Europe we aspire to be. An open, free, secure, and cooperative Europe. Dear graduates, the world needs you. And it needs you competent, it needs you with integrity, and it needs you united. May this graduation be the beginning of a long shared story. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Grazie mille. Aishulabai. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Cristina Dias. As we come to the end of this ceremony, we would like to once again congratulate all our students on their achievements and on the successful completion of this program. It has been an honor to welcome you to the University of Minho for this ceremony, and we wish you every success in your future endeavors. Before concluding, we would like to invite all students, speakers, and institutional representatives to remain with us for a group photograph to commemorate this special occasion. I wish you all the best. Thank you.